Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. This is episode 16 of the NgoVo Convo DCAU New 52 review. Finally get it at the end. At the very end.
The very end.
End. Oh, did I let that slip? Oh, because we're two stupids. That make it hype.
Wow. Yes.
Hype.
It's hype.
It's hype. This one's hype. Because I'm one of your hosts, Harrison O, and I'm joined by Veronica Vo. But if you're new here, wow. If you're new here, though, we just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. Recently, it's been more anime to comics, but this is one comic-related thing, so who would have thought? But really, just to get through our never-ending backlog, this one's Veronica's backlog, but who would have thought we finish? I'll keep saying this, because we're pretty much, it's so cool.
We finish. I finish.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Me. You usually do. We just need to, yeah. But some would say, Veronica, we're conversing.
Wow. Like NgoVo Convo. NgoVo Convo. Logo's above Harrison's head. He's pointing. I'm not.
Right there.
Right
You
there.
can watch every episode on youtube.com and listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. As mentioned in this episode, we're going to be talking about the last movie of this whole series that we've been doing. Took us a bit to get here. That's my own fault, but don't worry about it. We're going to be talking about Justice League Dark Apokolips War.
Yes.
It's the one thing that I keep telling people. I'm like, if you watch something DC related, watch this whole thing, and it'll just feel way more fulfilling than some other things. Don't worry about it.
Like DCAU.
But you haven't finished it. It's on max.com. Whole movie's on there. Most of everything's on there. Most of everything we're reviewing is on there. But yeah,
there's one movie that wasn't, and it was a Constantine movie, I think.
Yeah. Again, something's confusing if it's included or not, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But this one, it's been on trend. It's about an hour and a half, maybe hour 20, 25 credits and all that. But this one was jam-packed. So we will give our quick non-spoiler thoughts because I want to get into it. There's so much. Because honestly, if you are watching this, I'll just tell you, you're at the last movie. Go watch the other stuff. We have it numbered, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. First one, Flashpoint. Go watch that. But if you're here, just know, like, quickly, I think this is how it should have been. This felt very MCU. I don't know if you felt that.
No, it did.
But it felt MCU in that, like, it felt, because this came out in 2020. So after Endgame.
Yeah, basically.
And I think as I was watching this, the first, because this is during 2020 and it was definitely during pandemic lockdown.
During COVID?
Or at least COVID, like the height of it. I remember watching this and I was like in my apartment, I was like, this is it. This is so good. And I watched it again, I still feel good?
I still
feel good because it still feels like it picks on a lot of things and it picks on a lot of important DC moments and it just felt awesome.
Yeah.
So.
No, this was great.
Okay, so this is your first time watching.
Yeah, first time
I know
watching
hyped this up. I did hype this up for you.
No, you did, but for good reasons.
Okay, I was going to ask, was it overhyped by me or did it feel...
No, it felt good.
Yeah.
I was going to compare this to, like, MCU.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, watching this, like, that's how I felt. Everything was connecting.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like DC has the blueprints, but they just won't do it.
I feel the salt coming through.
I mean, it just comes with live action. It is what it is.
Does.
More bigger budget means, more people, more hands in the pot. So here we are. Animated has more freedom, and that's all. But yeah, overall, did you feel like it was... It felt like it was a full, like, I guess...
It felt like a full circle.
A full circle? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
no,
awesome. Because,
like, if you think about Flashpoint...
To now?
And then to now, it just makes sense.
Yeah. We'll wrap this up so we can just get into the details.
Yeah.
Because,
the action
overall...
was so good.
Action, I think plot, everything just was good because everything felt wrapped up.
Yeah.
Or connected. I think the big thing is connected and or tying up loose ends.
And emotions played a big part in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Constantine also played a big part, in my opinion. It just felt nice to see.
Yeah.
A little depressing, but also really nice to see.
It was so funny because I think Veronica initially was just like, wow, this is a lot. I'm like,
yeah.
and there's a reason why they had to say Justice League Dark, because this is a rated R movie.
Yeah, it is.
And oh boy, there's a lot of things I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't do this on. If they did it on live action, it wouldn't
fly.
Yeah. Or if it did, they would have it didn't. It would have to feel impactful. Yeah. Or it would just have to feel. It felt like you were along for the ride, and it's finally like here, right?
Yeah, because we're attached to these characters for 15, 16 episodes.
Yeah.
Movies. So it's just like. Wow.
And I think it's just like the effect of like, okay, that's what they wanted to do was. We're gonna keep comparing because it really was. This was happening alongside DCEU, right?
Yes.
And that's the crazy thing was that there were some characters that only were there for a little bit, but just seeing them in this fashion felt MCU-esque, and that wow, yeah, they were in that movie and they're still relevant here. Well, that's cool. So.
No, it was cool.
Yeah. Any, you know what? No. We'll just get into the spoilers because I'm just itching.
I think you're just ready to
ready to go.
Word vomit.
Yeah. So, spoiler warning in 5, 4, 1. We're here. It's fine.
Okay, we're here. Okay, got it. Wow. Ask me some questions.
Well, okay. Did you have any gripes? Or did you just feel like this was all like... I know we're gushing for a little bit, but did you feel like there's anything that felt off?
Here's the thing. I thought, okay, so here's my thought process, right?
Okay. Yep.
Flashpoint to now.
Yep.
Obviously, shit happened, and now we're here at the Apokolips War, right?
Yep.
It's interesting to see characters not look like themselves at the end of the movie, and then when you think about it, people are dead.
Yeah.
like I don't want to skip right to the ending, but it's just like if you are truly attached to people, like they gone.
No, it's funny.
They don't look the same.
Yep.
They aren't the same people. Like
they've been through
crazy.
shit.
They've been through it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I like this movie. I don't think it's a gripe necessarily one, but it's just like I kind of wish there was a happier ending. But here's my but. It's just like how it ended makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. We're jumping to the end for this. I love how over time, actually it was just 2 movies. It was this one and Suicide Squad. Hilariously, Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That actually tied back to Flashpoint. Yeah. Just for us to find out that they all were like, wow, it was actually Barry's fault that we're in this. Hilariously.
It was Barry's fault.
It was such a meme for like throughout Flashpoint. It's like, Barry, god damn it, Barry.
God damn it, Barry.
What you do this time with the multiverse? Like, I just thought it just felt like you mentioned it was full circle. And I know it was I think the best thing that I thought happened was it didn't end on a happy ending. It didn't end on like, it didn't end on, okay,
we got everyone back.
Everyone's back to normal.
Back.
Like, we'll fix this. Everything's back to normal. You see, like, Superman flying and then Wonder Woman flying around saving someone, Batman just being in the cage. Like, it didn't have, like, that whole, like, happy ending of, like, hey, we're all back to the normal spot. Congrats, we did it. You see everyone in such, like, you see, like...
bad shape.
Like, I mean, you see, like, Damian and Raven together. You're like, oh, that's cute. That's like nice. But it's not.
Nightwing's a little cuckoo now.
Like, in the arms of a broken Starfire. Like, she is messed up.
Yeah. Wonder Woman not looking too good.
Aquaman's dead, so then Mara she's just there, right, Mara?
Yeah.
She's there. And you see all this stuff, and it's so going back to the beginning because I wanted your thought. These are my thoughts, or I wanted to hear what you thought. I was blown. Like, you see how Superman's all freaked out about Darkseid. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay, let's attack. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because you just saw how like everyone
'Cause
got wrecked with the
Yeah.
whole Superman. So that's why I thought I didn't watch Constantine, but I think it kind of helped, but not too much.
Not too much.
And then I didn't think the Bloodlines movie really would have added too much. It just like showed like, oh, in context, here's Wonder Woman's movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think those two movies you didn't really need to truly see to finish out the series, but
But I think it helps knowing like Constantine's important, like really important.
yes, magic wise.
Because I think as a character, this was during a time of like he was such a breakout character because he was on CW for a good bit.
yeah,
He had a lot going on, so that's why people were super hyped to see him like in a lot of projects. Did you expect him to be that big? I did not. I will say off.
I did not. No,
I didn't expect the twist at all.
Zatanna in the beginning was little sus, and I was like, she's gonna die, isn't she? I literally sat. I had to pause, and I was like, I had to think about it because I was like, she's one of my favorites in Young Justice, and now I'm sitting here pausing because she might die in the next like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And then she did.
because they did like the invasion and everything, right? Just to
Yeah,
find out.
yeah.
But I like how they did the invasion, but then they just cut, and you're like, wait, what happened? And you see the aftermath.
Yeah. I
Would
thought
you-
that was really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
what.
was,
I was
Oh,
gonna
you
say
go
like
ahead.
what popped out to you? Because I know like for me it was like such a whiplash moment. I'm like, oh, things did not go well with that invasion.
the one biggest thing was Superman for me.
Yep,
To have kryptonite
injected.
be injected in your body, like that means so allergic to kryptonite that when it's injected, he just looks different. He just
Constant
looked-
pain.
Yeah, looked different. That one was really different. Cyborg, my boy was not gonna make it out of this movie.
No. What was it? They cut Aquaman in half. So, yeah, because like Constantine asked what happened because
Yeah.
he's like, whoa. Well, Raven was giving him shit. He's like, oh, well, at least we didn't run away. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, yeah, he ran away. What the hell?
He totally ran away. Yeah. Batman was a really big shocker. That one.
But he
was
got put on the
wild.
chair. He got put
Yes.
on the movie. I was like, dude, that's such a cool. That was like a cool comic moment already when it first came out.
Yeah.
So I flipped when I saw that happen.
And I saw that too, and I was like, oh.
They
And I
did
was
it.
like, Aquaman's sliced in half,
He's dead. Martian Manhunter on fire.
on fire, got his brain blown out or something too. Someone did.
So yeah, I
someone
don't
did.
remember also did, but
Yeah.
and then Wonder Woman just got like wrecked.
Yeah.
Like, see, this is like the moments that you see everyone's just losing, and I think that was a really good point of showing this is what people wanted to see with the Snyderverse was like how
What did?
crazy Darkseid could be,
Yeah.
which we saw it in the cut, but it didn't feel the same, right?
It didn't. Yeah. I think it was because everyone wanted the uncut version, right, during
Yeah.
COVID.
At that point,
So it just
yeah.
didn't hit the same.
I mean, the fact that the planet was there was cool, but I don't think because it was built up in this fashion because this was essentially kind of copying Thanos. Thanos'
Yeah.
build up with MCU,
Yeah.
but I like to
No,
believe that
it's cool.
sometimes the DC animated guys are like, hey, just saying, but this is how it should be done.
Yeah. They were trying to make a point.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to make a point.
Yeah.
What was really cool was Suicide Squad. Oh, Harley Quinn. Oh, my girl.
I love how they're like, I forgot who asked, but they're like, how'd you get put in charge? How'd you supersede Amanda Waller? Oh, she died
Yeah.
by cancer.
By cancer.
I was like, oh, and she starts
The
laughing. she's
car
like-
didn't work.
and I just, the car didn't work. But I love how she was like laughing, and everyone's just like, sorry, that's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
No, but Harley Quinn was high key a good point.
My favorite part in that whole section though, in that part of that act, Constantine's like, "Oh God, it's my ex."
Yeah.
And then what was it? Raven's like,
Raven.
Harley Quinn, no, God, no. Pans over to
The shark.
Killer or Shark King. I forgot. He said
Shark King,
right?
Yeah.
King Shark is a shark. No, yeah, because he kept saying like King Shark is a shark or something, right?
Yeah, and then Raven's like, the shark.
And
she just like looks. She's like, huh?
I just love. He's like, oh God, don't look at me.
Oh
Winks.
God, no.
Winks. Ugh.
That was hilarious.
Constantine's into some wild shit.
He's a kinky guy, I guess.
Yeah. They made Lois a badass.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love how Lois and Harley were fighting.
I love how Superman's such a supportive, like.
He's a supportive
You got
boyfriend.
it, honey.
Yeah. Or husband now.
Yeah, because they're married. Yeah.
Yeah, they're married.
Yeah.
You got it.
He's had such dad moments of like, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I love that. I totally love that.
They did Superman really well at the end. I was like, yes, this is great. Now, because they did the whole suicide, because essentially at this point we're just gathering people just to fight back, right?
Who we can gather, who we can.
Hilariously, Suicide Squad just had a bunch of people, like
still
a
alive.
bunch.
Still,
yeah. Because they're trying to find Damien too.
He's a sassy boy.
Because 2 years passed, and I'm like, homeboy grew.
Yeah,
got big. I mean, he went back to the League of Shadows, which was kind of a very Damien move, but I think
it fits.
It fits. It was interesting that he took it really hard, where like he was like, well, Batman's gone, Damien or Dick Grayson died.
Yeah.
But then the fact that he used the Lazarus pit was like kind of crazy. And I think the biggest arc from this whole series is Damien's. I think Damien had the biggest like character arc.
He has the biggest.
Because even he was admitting, he's like, he's my, like, he even admitted like Dick Grayson was essentially a brother to him. So he's like, I just couldn't let him die.
You had to fix him. Yeah.
Well, it didn't work.
Well, he's psycho now. So.
Yeah.
In a straitjacket, may I add.
Imagine if they did that and showed Red Hood.
Okay, you're still
my
salty.
bad.
Oh wow.
I'm salty for specific things.
A little salty here. But okay. I love Damien and Raven's relationship. That they're my biggest ship.
So good. I think it felt very organic.
Yes, and matured over time.
Yes, it was it was just cool to see, right?
Yeah, but you get to see it from Damien's point of view too, of what happened that day. Basically, his teammates were just like gone.
I see, like, and I love that it's such an expansive universe because it even showed Superboy. Superboy was there. Wonder Girl was there too. Like, it just showed everyone. I'm like, this is so cool. Like,
it was cool.
And I think it's like one of those. It's hard to say if that's the system. Okay, do you think this would work if I were to play it out? You know, there's one thing to explain each character. Mm-hmm. You know how we're doing it in MCU right now, where they have to do a passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how in DC animated, like even Young Justice, right? They do this thing where these characters come on passively.
Yes.
Because you notice how like Superboy at this point, we just show like, oh yeah, he's becoming a hero because what else? Yeah. He's just becoming a hero, and then even like Wonder Girl pops up, and they show all these people, right? Do you think that would work in live action?
I think so.
You think so?
I think people would have. I think a lot of people have enough common sense to know.
Do you think so?
Because here's the thing. A gripe about live action, specifically right now, MCU, right, is that the passing of the torch is a little slow, in my opinion.
Yes.
You either do a TV show, or you gotta wait for the movie, or you kind of like have to introduce them within a movie that's like intertwined with like other TV shows or like or movies. So I think it would work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I personally feel like we'd have more questions from like just like the casual casual viewer, comic
like
fan,
viewer, yeah.
where the viewer
I can
would
see that
just be
too.
like, wait, who's that? Like, I think that's
Yeah.
just the most common thing of like,
Yeah.
so that's why I think it's right now it's cool to see, but it was one of those things where I sat there, I'm like, that's so cool, but is it cool because I know what's going on? I think that's the case.
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. If these, companies don't go too obscure, on the character,
Yeah.
a viewer would know what's
I
happening.
think one we had time to build it up, right? Like we had time to see Superboy, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Then there's some other characters that they show, but I think it's also because they're dying off right now. So why? I think
Why
showing
not?
the passage of time is cool. I think that's the one thing that I wish they could do. And MCU too. I think there's some things that I'm like, just
They could have just, time passed and here we are.
yeah. I'm asking this just because I feel like this was done to me a very good blueprint of like how DC could do it,
Or what could have been.
or what could have been, and what could be.
Yeah.
Right.
What could be.
So I think it's important to like establish these characters, but I think that's why I think the movie was so good in that. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna put a pin on that because I think this is a good end topic. Because let's go back to they introduced this stuff because I think with Raven, they introduced her, but they kept Trigon as like a thing, right?
They
See, that's why they didn't point out to it too much, but it was very like it was an undertone.
It was cool. It was cool.
Just to have him come out and be like the guy that fights Darkseid.
Yes.
When I first watched it, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, they could use Darkseid, or they could use Trigon because he's an old god fighting a new god.
A new god, which worked out.
Yeah. Did you expect them to take over Superman?
Yes, I did, because I knew Superman had to go back.
Had to turn back, right? Somehow.
They turned back, yeah.
Like
to distract him, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. Trigon's a sassy dad. A bad one, but a sassy one.
A bad but sassy dad.
Yeah. He was like, thank you, daughter, for giving me this fight. Just goes on about his day.
Sure. He's the end of the world, but why not?
And then Cyborg's just like, bye. He literally is just stuck in a wall.
Homeboy,
Like,
he's stuck in a wall.
Yeah. He's gone.
And then, when Batman versus Damian, that was pretty heartfelt
That was
too.
scary.
See, that's what I mean. Like, they built that. See, that was
I was
impactful
scared.
because you got to see them together for so long that seeing Batman turn that way, I was like, dang, this is crazy. It's good.
And seeing Batman cry.
I mean,
Bruce.
Damian straight up like jump.
Got burnt.
I don't think
a
early on,
crisp.
I don't think that would have happened, right? So that's why I think such a good arc.
Yes.
Such
Damien had the best growth arc, I think,
Yeah.
out of the character.
Yeah.
For sure.
Trying to think. And then and then the whole twist with Constantine, like not actually running away,
Yeah.
but he used the
Yes.
contingency.
Yes.
Even Zatanna and Bat, I was like, dang, this is like all these twists are happening, but I thought it was like tasteful.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was nice. Zatanna, my girl. I love how she's like, you're in heaven because I want you here. And then she's like, but you gotta go back.
Because everyone just
I truly love how Constantine's like, how did I get here?
he knows.
What am I doing here?
Why am I here? It's not even like
Yeah.
I made it. It's how.
Yeah.
Homeboy knows.
He knows what he's done.
Yeah. I did find it funny how Batman's like, where's Constantine? He's like the key. Essentially, he's the key, and Cyborg's like,
Yeah.
about that.
Looking.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, now it's all depressing because they took care of Darkseid, but everyone's been through so much.
Well, everyone's gone through trauma together.
Yeah. But I think so. Going back to that pinned item. I think this is like one example of like why MCU was so successful was because you got to build up, you had time to like stick with these characters, but it didn't feel saturated, right?
Yeah.
It's
But I
still-
think that was also like another time for movies, for MCU as well, right?
What do you mean
So-
by that? Like,
It was like pre-COVID, like they had like a set schedule. They didn't have TV shows to like really saturate.
I mean, there was a
MCU.
schedule, but you're right. It wasn't saturated.
You know.
Like they didn't have, because right now I think they're trying to build on the expectation of like all the praises that we said, like, oh, everything's connected, everything's like referred so well.
It's too connected now.
Yeah,
I
like
think.
they're trying to cover their bases
Yeah.
at this point. Is what it
Yeah.
feels like. So, but I think that's why like this whole series just felt good, because this is the
16
same for
movies.
DC. Because I know
Yeah.
DC characters way more, so for me it just felt really nice to just go through all this. But
It was just a good ride. You know who I miss? Green Lantern. A shame he just got cut off.
yeah,
My boy.
I mean, Darkseid personally went to Oa just to like make a point,
Yeah.
dude. When Jon Stewart
And
was like,
Shazam?
oh
Shazam just Shazamming himself and being a kid and just dying off. I was like,
yeah,
I was like, my
depressing.
boy.
Everyone's dying.
I know.
No, like what I was saying, like with Jon Stewart, like he was reciting the oath just to be
Yeah.
like Darkseid casually, like, hey, get some of the lava and just make a point. Dump it
Yeah.
here. Oh, okay. Man,
Feels
good.
bad.
Feels bad. But good ride. Everything.
No,
was cool.
totally good. I think this is worth it. Order 52 is worth it.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
I liked New 52, and it was really funny because there's so many other stories. Like there's like Future's End. There's the
Tomorrowverse that's currently out right now, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that's like a whole nother thing. Because like I know New
Yeah.
52 just has like all these other like stories, that big moments too. But with this, I know with Tomorrowverse is a thing. Do you have? I have a story that I think they should do. But I
Which
hope
is-
the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, that would be a good one.
I don't know if they'll do
No,
it,
that'd be a good one.
but
That'd be
that's
good
a
one.
whole series that I'm like, yeah, that'll be fun, because I don't think they'll do it. I think
That'd be cool.
they almost touched on it in the CW verse with Flash. The Red
Yeah, a little
Red
bit.
Death.
The Red Death, yeah.
They touched on it, but I don't think they could have done more because Batman.
I mean, it's Batman.
Yeah. If they flipped on it and did like Batwoman and all this stuff, I think it would have been weird. But
I think that, yeah.
overall, good. I think
No, really good.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you went through all the movies and told me to watch
all
some
the,
too.
all the torture. All.
Really quick, I guess. Do you have a top 3?
Ooh, you put me on the spot.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh no.
Here, I'll go through. Here's
Wait,
the
wait,
list
wait,
that
wait,
we
wait.
have.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think
There we go.
I know it would be last. That'd be Batman Hush.
Well, that's your worst
Last
one.
in my
Alright.
book. Okay. I think my number one, now I'm looking at this list, it probably would be Reign of Superman. That's my number one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I think that would be number one for me.
Wow. Okay.
2 would be Teen Titans.
Which one?
The Judas Contract.
Juice Contract. Okay, that's a good
I
one.
like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And 3rd, I'll put the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
I got, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Solid choices.
How about you? Do you have a top 3?
Yeah. So I think for me, it's funny because I'm a Batman person, right? But I think
too.
I'm too nitpicky with Batman. That all the movies that they did, I like that they touched on the stories, but it wasn't what I wanted. So it's just here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite one, because it was the most unexpected, was Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay.
That's a good one. I was thinking about that one too.
I unexpectedly liked that a whole lot. And then I would put Apocalypse War below that, because I think it's funny because it's like that whole, it almost feels like it's connected.
Yeah.
Almost.
it's
Only
kinda-
because of Flashpoint, right? But
Suicide Squad was kind of like the halfway point too,
mhm.
a little over, so it made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then worst one is also Hush. And then
You're
my third
salty.
one, I'm salty. That's my favorite, one of my favorite stories.
Yeah. Same.
But of course, if you watch our video review, you'll know that we accept it for what it is to some point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think the third one, it would be Death of Superman. I think it's because I think it was actually a really good, impactful like Superman movie with how little time we've had with him
In this verse, yeah.
in this universe. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was like the first solo Superman movie. I'm like, really? Now? Dang.
It's good, yeah.
Because you see they sprinkle him in a lot of Justice League movies, right? Like his side story, but
But
That
no
was-
solo
yeah.
stories.
so hilariously, I thought that was
That's-
done very well.
No, I agree. I just love Reign of Superman because,
It's good.
it's
No,
good.
it's good.
Superboy, beefy, hairy Clark Kent. Who could beat that?
Fair. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, glad. I'm just glad you watched this. This is one of those things where I'm like, if someone likes DC, anime universe is
watch
so
this.
good. I think this is just beautiful.
It's a
And
top tier. DCAU is just, it's up there.
It's up there. I mean, we watched Young Justice really quick. Which one do you prefer? Because this was happening in between Young Justice.
Oh.
Because Young Justice had that break, right? But this was still going.
Yeah, this was still going.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. The thing is, I'm like, I feel like I was more attached to Order 52, but I love the character fleshing out in Young Justice, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. No, because you.
But to be fair, it's TV versus movies, right?
It is. No, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
I was just curious. Yeah.
yeah. I know. Look, both had their,
Yeah.
their pros.
Yeah. It was just funny because I think for a bit people wanted Young Justice art style, and I think for a bit the New 52 did kind of go with that
did.
style. So
Towards the end.
towards the end.
But
yeah.
let me just tell y'all, if y'all watch Flashpoint, the beefiness is not there anymore.
If Flashpoint turned you off with the animation, I understand, and they
Yes,
fixed it
yes.
literally the next movie.
Yeah. Dude, I've never
People
seen so
were-
many beefy.
The amount of memes.
The
of
Flash was beefy. He was-
Aquaman was beefy.
Superman was overly beefy.
Yeah, like their traps were just ungodly huge. It was just, yeah, it was wrong.
Yeah.
But if that's it, I'm just gonna go ahead and close it out.
Yeah, go
good
for
shit.
it.
Good shit. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like that smash button.
Smash.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
Like that notification bell.
Yeah.
No, you click it, Veronica. You smash it. Come on now.
Smash it.
And
Yeah.
you smash that subscribe. Easy. But yeah, comment down below and let me know how often you notice that Veronica said Order 52 when it's New 52. And it's been
Oh, yeah,
16
whoops.
episodes. I just never said anything. I just went along with it.
No, I kept looking at it and I see it and I'm like, it's not New 52. But I kept going. I was like, it's too late for me to even fix myself. 16 episodes in.
You even just said it's not New 52. It's Order
Yeah.
52. You still
Yeah,
did.
I was like,
I just had to
whatever.
wait until the end. I just wanted to like say it at the very end. That's all.
Oh, I know I've been saying it wrong.
It's great. Comment down below if you noticed that too. But yeah.
Yeah.
Other than
go
that,
for it.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.